Welcome to the Empower Her podcast. I'm Deanna, an ex-corporate manager turned certified coach, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. My goal is to guide you and support you in understanding what you really want in life, what steps to take to get there, and learn to actually enjoy the ride. Whether you are climbing the corporate ladder, a stay-at-home parent, or an entrepreneur, I coach you on how to believe you are worthy of a balanced, happy, and energetically positive life in work and at home. My goal in this podcast is to help you recognize patterns, implement change, and use your energy for positivity within yourself and your own life. I believe you don't have to suffer in this lifetime. You can create a life on your terms based on what you want, regardless of what that looks like. It is about reframing your beliefs, letting go of negative thoughts, and looking at your life as a set of opportunities there for you. I'm so excited to get started. Hello, and welcome back to the Empower Her podcast. I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas, amazing holidays if you celebrated. I am currently in Miami. Well, I'm recording this episode before, but as of December 30th, I will be in Miami. I'm traveling for the holidays. I spent the first few days before Christmas in DC visiting my dad and my grandpa. My grandpa's never met my husband, so we wanted to stop by on our way to Miami. And then my dad, my husband, and I flew down to Miami to be with my mom, my sister. My sister's best friend is coming, and we're just going to have a really fun Christmas in Miami. I absolutely love spending Christmas in Miami. It's so nice because I live in a really cold city, and Miami is obviously not cold during Christmas. So it's just like so crazy that in one place in the world you're freezing, wearing 5 million layers, and then in another place in the world on the same day you're sitting on the beach and, in the sun. It's just crazy to me, but hopefully everything went well with traveling, manifesting it, and I'm sure I'm going to have a great time in, DC and Miami. I'm super excited about it. So if you're listening to this on the day it came out, it's December 30th, but basically it's right before the new year, or if you're listening to this in the new year, Happy New Year. It's crazy. I can't believe that it is almost 2025. I feel like this year was, I don't even know how I would describe it. Well, for me personally, I had some of my highest highs and my lowest lows this year. I had some really sad things happen in my life, and then some of the most beautiful, amazing, happy things happen in my life. So it was quite a whirlwind for sure. That's one way of explaining it. But I really want to talk this year, or before the year starts, about manifesting, because as you know, and if you've listened to me, you know that I love manifesting. I believe in manifesting. I don't think that you have to manifest or can only manifest in the beginning of the year. I often talk about how I always manifest from like October to April for whatever reason. That's my 6-month period. I think because October just feels like it's a new season sort of, and April's my birthday. So I sort of like to end on my birthday and then start on my birthday. That's sort of my new year for whatever reason. And I think I just like the seasons. Like I like manifesting my goals for a certain season, which I feel like is like that fall, winter vibe. So I think that's why I do it that way. And then again, like the spring, summer kind of vibes. But anyways, I don't think that you have to manifest at the beginning of the year only, but I know a lot of you like to tap into the New Year's energy, and that's why I really wanted to talk about it. So I really wanted to share, sort of reflect on this year and share some of the amazing things that I've personally manifested. I don't like to talk about them before they've manifested, but now that they have manifested, I'd love to talk about them and share them with you. And then I also have some tips on manifesting that I want to share, some easy steps you can do if you want to manifest goals or implement goals for the new year. So let's just get into some of my personal manifestations. The biggest one, which, I shared on social media as well, is that I got engaged and married this year. So this was on my vision board. And it was funny because I had a certain ring on my vision board. Like, I was very specific. I was not one of those girls that was like, he can do whatever he wants. No. No. I had a very specific vision for what I wanted. I did not have a specific price in mind or anything like that. Like, that was up to him. I did not demand, like, I didn't need a big ring, something super expensive. It was just the style that I had a certain vision. And, I thought we would get engaged like earlier in the year, like at the beginning of summer or spring, and it didn't happen. Now, just, to comment on that, we got married in October, but we had already planned on getting married in October. We had already planned on having our civil ceremony in October. So even though we had already planned on getting married before we were engaged, I still wanted an engagement. I still wanted, the asking of it, the sort of intention. For me, it was more like I wanted that form of him showing his love to me, especially since he's not someone who shows his feelings very easily. For me, it was important to feel like, yes, I want you, I'm choosing you, and I'm asking you if you want to do this with me, right? This thing called marriage, this thing called life. So I really wanted that. So even though I knew we were getting married in October, like, I still, wanted that engagement. And the engagement happened later than I thought. It happened in August. And I was annoyed as sort of time was going on, especially like in the beginning of summer. I was getting anxious about it. I was like, why isn't it happening? Whatever. But it ended up working out for the best because I ended up getting to use my grandma's ring. And so my engagement ring is my grandma's ring. It's a little bit redesigned because it was too big and it was a different metal than I wanted. But the actual ring itself, like, is so beautiful, and it's just, I absolutely love it. And I just love that I have something from her. So if I would have gotten engaged like 6 months earlier, I wouldn't have been able to use my grandma's ring. So it just worked out for the best. Like, this is when we say like everything works out for a reason. Like, it worked out for a reason. This was why I was meant to wait, because I was meant to use her ring. And I'm so happy that it worked out this way. Just obviously in the situation, you get anxious and you're annoyed if you want something or plan something. And, I just really wanted to be a fiance for a longer period of time. I was only a fiance for like 6 weeks or maybe even like 5 weeks. So, but it's fine. Like, those are not important things. It was just something I had in my head, but I love being a wife now, and that's super interesting and cool. And I still can't believe that I'm married. Like, it's absolutely insane. So this was like one of the biggest things that I manifested this year, was getting married. I really wanted to it wasn't that like I really wanted to get married, because I always said in my 20s I was never getting married. It was I wanted to get married to this person, and I found my person, and he also wanted to get married. And we got married on our 3-year anniversary, which was what I wanted to get married on, which was like a whole other thing because it was on a Tuesday. No one wanted to marry us on a Tuesday. They can only do like Saturday weddings. So that was a whole thing, but we worked it out. So I manifested the date of our wedding. I manifested my dress. I manifested the ring. I manifested everything, and it looked exactly like it was on my vision board, and it was perfect. And it was super low budget. It was just us and our 2 best friends, civil wedding. So it was just super small, and it was perfect. And I loved every single minute of it. And it was exactly how I wanted it to be. So that was like my biggest personal manifestation this year, which I was so happy about. Another personal thing I manifested was reading. So I wanted to read more this year. I've actually been reading a lot, and I think I got like 15 books this year I read, which was pretty good. And I am a very fast reader, but I try to read slow because it's just hard for me to find books here in Hungary. I like reading, I can read books in Hungarian, but I just feel like the way they write is quite complicated, the way they translate things, and I just prefer to read in English, to be honest. And so it's harder for me to find books here. They're like 3 times the cost of books, like if I were to order them in the States, which is crazy. So like what I'll do is whenever I'm like in the States, I'll just order a bunch. Like I'll take back like 5, 6, 7 books so that I have them. So I try to read slower. I could probably read more than 15 books if I was reading as much or at the speed as I really wanted to, but I still read a lot of books. So I was super happy about that. and I really enjoy reading. It's been such a great point of nervous system regulation for me at night. It's helped me sleep better. It's helped me feel when I'm tired, when I should close my eyes at night. It's just been so good for me. And I've honestly been reading mostly like fiction books, like romance books, just because that's what's fun for me at the end of the night to sort of wind down. And it's been really good, and I'm really enjoying it. The next thing that I manifested was I really wanted to travel for my birthday this year, specifically to Miami. So last year on my 30th birthday, I had we can call it like a party. I wanted to go to a bar. I wanted to dress up cute. I bought a really cute dress and heels, and I wanted to go to a bar and have a cocktail. That was my like dream for my birthday. And we did do that, but I just felt like, I invited all my friends, but my friends are kind of like in different friend groups. Like it's not all one friend group. And I just felt like I really had to go around and talk to everybody and just make sure everyone was good. Like I didn't feel like it was about me necessarily, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I would have wanted. So I said, okay, I'm not doing parties anymore, because I don't really do parties anyways for that reason. And also like, I just don't want to deal with throwing my own party. So I said I wanted to travel this year to Miami, and we did in April. I spent my birthday there. My mom lives in Miami. My sister was there, and it was just like so fun. We had the best time. I also wanted to travel to Lake Balaton, which is close to us. It's about a 2-hour drive, and we actually did end up going there with my sister. We went with his friends, and then we ended up going again for our little mini honeymoon that we did as well. So I literally had pictures of each of these places like on my vision board, and it's good to have pictures of like what you would see, like, right? So I picked pictures on my vision board of things that I would see. So like, the steps going into the water at the lake, or like, my mom's view from her apartment that I took a picture of before that I put, on my vision board. So those are the ones I had. Another thing I manifested was I was trying to wear more colors. So my manifestation was like from, April till like October. And I just wanted to wear more colors. It was the summertime, springtime. And I'm just at a point right now where I'm so happy with my body. I love my wardrobe. I finally feel, confident in my body, which has been a real struggle for me over the last 15 years. And I've really gotten my wardrobe to a place where I do no longer have clothes in there that don't fit me. I no longer have clothes in there that I don't like, because that was causing me a lot of stress. And I have a pretty big wardrobe. Like I had a lot of clothes. I did a lot of shopping in my early 20s. And I haven't really shopped the last 5-6 years like at all. Like now I will only get a piece if like I need it for something, like if it's missing in my closet, or, piece I used to have is ripped or whatever, then I'll get a new one. But like I don't shop just to shop anymore. I'm very intentional with my shopping. A, because I don't want to spend money on that, and B, because I just have a lot of clothes. Like I have a lot of clothes. And so I've just been very intentional about creating a closet that feels good to me. But I noticed that in my closet, I have a lot of black, white, and gray. I love neutrals. If you know me, I love neutrals. I love wearing neutral colors. I love wearing like understated outfits. I don't really like, super bold and super crazy outfits. But I really wanted to wear more colors. I learned over the summer that I am a summer in the color palette, and a summer color palette is meant to wear colors. She's not really meant to wear like black. The neutrals are gray and white basically. I still wear black though, don't worry. It's my favorite winter color. But my goal in the summer was to wear more colors, and I had different outfit inspos on my vision board of colorful outfits, and I think I did a good job. I intentionally bought like 1 or 2 shirts that were like pink, purple, like more colorful things. I got a pair of Nike shoes that my husband bought me, which like I've been looking at getting a pair for like 2 years, and I finally bought one. It's like a light pink, so then I could wear it with different, more colorful outfits. So I was very intentional about it, and it actually went really well. The next personal thing I manifested was I really wanted to move my body more. Now, I go to the gym quite often, usually like 3 times a week at least, and I'll do Pilates. I did weight training. Right now, I'm not doing weight training because my back was really, really hurting, and now I'm just trying to get my back to a good place, and thank goodness it's finally at a good place. In September, I basically had a I don't even know what we call it, like a slipped disc, a bulging disc. I had a bulging disc in my back. I couldn't stand up straight for like 2 weeks. It was horrible. So I've been trying to get my back since then. And thank God it doesn't hurt now. Pilates has been amazing, but I really wanted to move my body every day. So I started going on more hot girl walks. I always post them on IG. Well, I don't always post them, unfortunately, because I forget, but I try to always post them on IG when, I am on my hot girl walks, and my average steps this year actually did go up since last year. In the winter, it's always super hard. So I'll sometimes go to the gym and go on the treadmill to do it, but it's definitely harder. And then the summer is hard too, because it's just so hot. Like when there's like that 2 months where it's so hot, it's just so painful. So the spring and fall are like the best times for me to go on hot girl walks. So I've been doing that, but it's been so amazing. And I just feel like hot girl walks have just been so calming for me, and they've been so helpful in regulating my nervous system, actually bringing out more creative ideas as well, because whenever I'm in a creative funk or I'm lethargic or tired, I go on a hot girl walk and it's amazing. So it's just been so good, and I loved manifesting that as well this year. So the next sort of manifestations that I had were my work financial manifestations. And one of the things I wanted to manifest was a certain amount of money in my bank account. And although I didn't get to the full amount, I got pretty far, and I was super happy about that, and I felt really, really good about it. And I'm just going to continue that manifestation for the next 6 months, and hopefully I will get to that amount. I was also manifesting working with companies. So I work with a lot of one-to-one clients, but I really wanted to work with companies to support their efforts to create more neurodivergent friendly workplaces and policies. And I've been having so many conversations about it lately with people and companies. We haven't, nothing is set in stone, and I've done some work, but I'm going to continue this manifestation. But this has been just so great, like pivoting into this space. I'm also manifesting another type of sort of aspect of my work, which I'm not going to talk about yet, but I'm so excited, and there's conversations about it, and it's just like making me so, so happy. So I'm so excited. And overall, as you can see, like I put a lot less emphasis on the work goals. Like that was pretty much it for my work and financial goals this year, because I just felt like previous manifestation cycles for me, I had put so much pressure on work and money, and I felt like it was stressing me out. And especially as I'm a specific but a passive manifestor in human design. So I'm not meant to sort of like dwell or like overhype myself on my manifestations. I felt like I was just putting too much pressure on a certain number or certain things that I was manifesting. And I felt like it was just doing the opposite of helping me achieve my goals. It was actually hindering me. So I just put less emphasis on it. And for this cycle, I created my new vision board in November. So I have like a November to April manifestation board right now. I definitely have more work focused things on there now. I feel good about it. I feel like it was good adding. I still have some personal things on there, obviously different than the last cycle because won't be getting married again, but but definitely some good things on there. And I'm super, super excited about it. So let's talk about manifesting for the new year and give you some tips. Okay. So I'm going to go through my list of like the different steps you can take so that you can manifest for the new year and create goals that are actually going to work for you. So the first thing that you have to do is you need to reflect on your current life. Okay. I love journal prompts. Journal prompts are a great way to do this, to gain clarity. And you want to reflect on your current life. So think about things like the following. What do you love about your life? What do you not love about your life, right? What are the things that actually bring you joy versus what are the things that stress you out? You can think specifically about how do you feel about your career, good and bad? How do you feel about your relationships, good and bad? Again, friendships, family, partners. Do you like your routine, right? Do you like where you live? Specifically in the apartment you live, specifically in the city or the state that you live. Just be super honest with yourself and do a journal, free journal of just how you're feeling about your current life situation, okay? Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to envision your ideal future. Okay. So shift the focus from what's currently happening in your life and shift it to what your desired future is. Okay. So I love visualizations for these. You can also journal, but basically just think about or write down like how you would imagine your life a year from now, right? Where do you want to be? How do you want to feel? What house do you want to live in or apartment do you want to live in? How much money do you want to make? What do you want to look like physically? What clothes do you want to wear? What do you want your morning routine to be like? What do you want to see around you, right? Like write down everything in as much detail as possible, but write it in present tense. So for example, say, I live in a beautiful home by the ocean, earning $100,000 a year, feeling fulfilled and joyful every day. So write it as if it's first person, as if it's currently happening, but make it like as long as you want super detailed. Again, you could do a visualization or like a meditation as well. You could go on a walk and think about it and then make some notes, like whatever is going to work from you. Then the third thing you're going to do is write a letter from your future self. Okay. So you're going to imagine that you're in your future self and you're writing yourself a letter. Okay. So pretend that it's like a year from now and you're writing a letter to your current self. So you're saying, hey, December 2024 self, it's me from December 2025, right? And include details about the life you're living in this future reality. Include all the achievements, your surroundings, the feelings, your experiences, and be as specific as possible. Use vivid imagery if possible, make notes, draw pictures, whatever feels good to you, okay? And then based on all of these things, the next step is you're going to create your vision board, okay? I love creating a vision board. I think it's super easy. You can do it in Canva. There's like lots of options. You can physically print out pictures and put them onto like an actual physical board. I like Pinterest and I'll just search for keywords like dream home, financial abundance, travel goals, colorful outfit photos, like whatever it is I'm manifesting. And I'll choose between 15 to 40 photos. I had a vision board that had close to 40. Right now, I think I have more like 15 photos just because that's what resonates with me. And then put your vision board together. Okay, so arrange the images either on the physical board or your digital board and put them together in a way that feels good and inspiring to you. And then the last step is just connect with your vision board daily. Okay, so you don't need to do meditations or visualize or pray to your vision board every day. Like that's not what we're doing necessarily. If that feels good to you, do that. But just have it in a place where you can see it, right? I have my vision board on my laptop, lock screen, screensaver, everything that is possible on my laptop. I have it there because I'm on my laptop a lot and it's sort of like in my subconscious that I see it, but I'm not like so hyper focused on it every single minute, if that makes sense. And if you want, every once in a while, revisit your vision board during the time period and, see what's working, what's not working. You can always change it as you go. So to make it easier for you, I actually have it's totally free, a vision board workbook that you can do. It has all of these 5 steps. It also has a link to a Canva template for a vision board that you can use. So I'm going to link it in the show notes for you. It's the free vision board workbook. It's completely free. You can use it, download the PDF. You can either write in it, you can print it out, you can do journal notes on the side, but it gives you all of these prompts. It gives you the step-by-step on how you can actually create your vision board. And from that, you're going to be able to set your goals. And that's going to be super, super important. And we will talk about goals in the new year because I love goal setting. And I feel like, I don't want to say people do it the wrong way, but I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions or misguided information on goal setting that makes it so much harder. It makes it so that you can't keep up with your goals. And as we know, a lot of people don't go through with their New Year's resolutions. And I want to make sure that any goals you set, any manifestations that you have, that you're actually going to do them and they're actually going to come true. And there's easy ways to make sure it happens. So download the vision board workbook. It's linked in the show notes and create your vision board. Create the vision of what you want the next 2 months, 6 months, 1 year to look like. I wouldn't do more than a year just because I think it's too much, but Pick a time frame that works for you, and then you can do this again every time when you have a new time frame, okay? Manifesting should be fun, okay? It should not be stressful. This workbook is hopefully going to be really helpful for you. If you don't want to do the workbook, then, you can do the steps as I listed them. Either way, create a vision board that's going to work for you. But I hope these tips were super helpful. I hope you got something out of it. I wish you all a super happy new year. If you're listening to this before the new year, I'm so excited for 2025. I hope you are as well. I'll see you on the other side. I am so pumped. Hope you all have an amazing week. Sending so much love and light, and I'll catch you in the next episode. And if you love this episode, don't forget to follow the podcast and leave a review. And of course, you can follow me at Coach Deanna DeBolt on TikTok and Instagram. I'll catch you next time.